Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a brand new video. So for today's one, we are having the commentary duels, but this time I decided to change the format of this video and to actually do the commentary duels voiceover, just like I'm doing for the solo shuffle. And the reason for that is that I think that you guys just like more that voiceover stuff because I can explain in more details what's going on and what's happening, and especially for duels it can be very good because during my commentary I tend to skip a few parts because I get serious, I get mad or whatever, so I just skip some things to say, and like this it will be much easier for me to do. So please comment down below if you like this format at the end of the video. Anyway, this is the talents that I'm gonna be running for duels. Of course, left side is spec just for the duels, and I'm using all the healing abilities both in PvP talent and here. And just for this experimental duel, I decided to swap to Primordial Wave, and I can tell you already that Ascendance 1 is just better for 1v1 fights and for the duels, but just for the experiment, this time I will go with this way. And as you've seen in my update guide, I'm gonna be running always this Ascendance and Elemental Spirits and stuff like that for the duels and 1v1 fights. So yeah, that's the idea. Without any further ado, let's jump into the duels. So, for the very first duel, I got dueled by this Evoker as soon as I came to the Elven Forest. Anyway, we start, open up with the shocks and straight into the Feral Spirits. I interrupted his nullifying so I can perform some CC on him. Then I do the lasso to stop this channeling thing, and he stuns me and do me pretty dirty there, so I had to spend my 10 Millstorm Strikes on the Elemental Blast. Anyway, here I decided to go straight to my defensives so I don't die, and of course the Primordial Wave, which caused him good damage, but he managed to heal himself up. Then I did a good job with the stun totem and just went for applying some damage. I interrupted his sleep, and at this point he should be dead, which he is, and yeah, that concludes the first duel. Let's go on to the next one. So, next duel I decided to go straight into the rat, starting off with the shocks of course, which he dispelled immediately. Then he stunned me and I decided to knock him, which wasn't so effective. Anyway, insane damage was coming towards me and he stopped for some unknown reason, where I managed to lock him into the stun and just deal my own damage by Primordial Wave. Anyway, he decides to go for me, and here idea was to kite him away from that shield so it doesn't explode in my face because it can deal some good damage, and I failed into it and I received 100k damage. Anyway, here I had to use all my defensive CDs and I decided just to go all in and try to beat him up while I'm pumped on defensives, and it actually worked. Once again, very good critical strikes from Ellie Blast. This time I dueled the mage and Weird accepted the duel and went EFK for 3 seconds. Anyway, during that time I applied my shock and then he disoriented me and used the polymorph. So I decided not to waste my trinket here or anything because I'm gonna need it in some better situations. After this he did a freeze on me, which immediately expired because of the DR. Anyway, I used my grounding totem to soak some damage, and I'm just going full with my shocks and with my feral spirits and everything on him. I also used the purge to remove his shield, and here I used the lasso, which was affected by my stun totem, which was kinda failed, but it was still okay. I interrupted his cast. Anyway, his shields are purged once again and he had me good rooted. Then I decided to use my sprint and just rush to him, and here I decided to go for Primordial Wave and just to go hard on him, but he used his ice block. He cancelled it very quickly, and here I had to use my Battle Master because I was a little bit in danger, and here I used my trinket, which was perfect, and his Battle Master has expired and it actually killed him pretty much because he lowered him to 1% HP. So yeah, Battle Master knows to be tricky from time to time. Anyway, off to the next duel. So the next duel is actually versus the Assassin Rogue, and here we go. He attacked me with Garrett and went straight into the stun, where I didn't pretty much do anything except one lava lash. I'm already at 50% HP, so here I decided to go for Earth Grab Totem and stun, but he actually destroyed that stun totem because he was in peace, because he blinded me, which was too early blind in my opinion, so here I could manipulate my trinket or my racial however I wanted. Anyway, he used his dodge here, so I decided just to kite through that because I can't do much damage with that on. Anyway, I tried to lasso, which he trinketed, and here he almost killed me, but I had a lucky heal there. So now I dealt quite some good damage on him, and he disarmed me and used his Cloak of Shadows, which was a little bit fail from his side once again, because he wasted 2 good cooldowns for 1. So here we went for some crazy damage, where I used my defensive too late, but I actually managed to survive with that 5% HP, and here once again lost because of Battle Master Trinket, same as the mage, he did the same mistake. And so here we are in a last duel versus Arms Warrior, of course starting with the shocks, where he instantly stunned me, so I tried to knock him back, but he charged me. Then I had to use my static field totem plus the relocation just to interrupt this insane combo of warriors, and this is actually the best combo to counter them, so keep that in mind. Anyway, here I reapplied my shocks. I decided to go straight for lasso to force his trinket, and he did trinket a little bit too late. He could do that earlier, but he was probably thinking, should he? Anyway, going here for a damage, reapplying my shocks, just, you know, pumping up the primordial wave, alley blast and stuff like that. So here he stuns me and used all of his defensive cooldowns. Then I decided to kite him away until they all expire and just try to heal myself as much as I can. Then I go with the Feral Spirits once again, just reapplying the shocks, and here is my time to do full damage on him. I actually did a very good stun here as well, and he just had no chance to survive this, and of course he lost. And yeah, let's go to the final thoughts. So here we are at the end of this video. I'm actually glad that I decided to do this outro after editing and everything in a video, so you know I can reflect back on the duels and just say my final thoughts. First of all, remember how I was always complaining that there is a millions of demon hunters and millions of rogues at the duels? Well, everybody of them decided to switch to a red paladin and just play the red, so it's literally a 15 reds at the duel out of 20 people, which was so insane and so hard job for me to find as most diverse classes as I could for the duel, which I like to duel each class for every duel, but you know it's very hard these days, so it was the same here, but I managed to do it somehow. This red infestation needs to stop, and they need the goddamn nerf in damage, they are so insane. Anyway, I got a little bit off topic. So these talents, as you could see, I actually tried to do a few enhancement shamans that were playing the Ascendance. And of course they were beating me because Ascendance is just much better than Primordial Wave for 1v1 fights. Just because they can burn all of your cooldowns in a second. In case you don't want to die, you'll have to use them, and exactly that happened, while Primordial Wave just couldn't do that much pressure as Ascendance is. So yeah, I will not be playing this pack for the duels. Again, I'm going back to the Ascendance one, which you will see in the next video, or you can see if you are already curious in my update video for 10.0.7 patch. So yeah, anyway, duels were pretty fine. I actually like to do this the commentary way as well, so please comment down your opinion on do you like it as well, and should I keep doing that, or should I go back to the regular duels, the commenting during the gameplay as I did. And yeah, in case you like my videos and you want to keep up with all the Enhancement Shaman content, make sure to subscribe, like the video for the support. It's totally free and it helps me a ton, and you know, let's grow together. Anyway, that will do for this one. Thank you all for watching, and see you in the next one.